chapter you can see is being neighborly. So being neighborly means what? Like how we are friendly to our neighbor. Clear? So little bit icebreaker are there, but what we need to understand is very simple that read the following statement and mark those that apply to you. Okay, I make friends easily. Okay, so yes, you need to mark it. Yeah, I make friends easily. I wish to be friends with someone, but my friendship is rejected. Yes, someone has extended a hand of friendship towards me, and I have not accepted it. No. Yes, I have a large group of friends, but not best buddy. Yes. Okay. I have cordial relationship with all, but I cannot connect with anyone. No. Complete the pipe diagram. Friendship to me means means having long conversation, giving or receiving gifts. Friendship means helping each other. Friendship means going for shopping with each other, supporting each other. Clear? If you see someone lonely or sad, if you see someone lonely or sad, what you will do? You will talk. You will approach with them. You will talk with them. Okay. So now the Lucia. Okay. Lucia. Okay. Loy. Loisa May Alcott. Okay. And she born in 1832 to 1888. She is an American writer in the mid to late 19th century. Clear? She is an American writer in the mid to late 19th century, is considered to be the one of the earliest feminist writer. Okay, so she is born in 1830 to 1838, and she is an American writer, and she born in the late 19th century and considered the one of the earliest feminist writer. Feminist means earlier ladies writer, one of the lady writer, and out of the several books she wrote, her series began with the Little Woman. So several books she wrote, her actually series began with the Little Woman and has been popular among the masses and critics alike for a century and a half. So one of her series are become very famous around the half of the century, and her simple style and lively character have left a mark and influenced generation of children and adults alike. So her simple stance influenced the children and adults. The setting of her books is the suburbs of Boston. So is the suburb side of the Boston. The setting, which means of her books, whatever she is writing. So she is writing around inside her country only, and the story is also based on the suburbs of Boston. And her worldview is wholesome and full of believable yet charming character with captivating the reader. So her from her point of view, the world is together, the world is inclusion, wholesome, and it is full believable and charming characters which captivate the reader. Okay, which means that she is an American writer, she is a simple writer, and because of her writing, the adult and children's both, they are both of them they are uh, influenced. And the one series she had started, the woman, and it was very famous. And her, and from her perspective, the world is together, and which we can see inside her character, inside the character which she created. The following extract is from Little Woman. So the following extract what we are going to read now, it is taken from the Little Woman only, which was first published in 1868, and this story is of four sisters. Clear? So the story what we are going to read now, it is it is actually for the four sister. Clear? The story is about the four sister. Meg, one girl, Joe, second girl, Beth, and Amy, fourth one, and their friends Laurie. Okay, so this story is about the four girls and their friends Laurie, and their wise and loving parents, of modest, their wise and loving parents. Their modest means living in a suburb. They are living in a suburb of a city in the east coast of America, east coast of America, and has caught the imagination of generation, reader young and old alike. So basically, the story what we are going to read now, Little Woman. Okay, so this Little Woman, the story is about four sisters and their friend Lori, and they were living the east coast of America, which means near the eastern side of America. Okay, coast is nothing but the Nadi ka Kinara, and each character is influenced the young and adult. Each character is real and distinctive. Okay, each character is real and distinctive. We remain firmly with the sister. For we remain firmly with the sister all that struggle. So when we read, we will remain firmly with the sister all that struggle, conflict, streams, and joy. It serves as a guiding light to us all the phases, all the phases of our life. So basically, what we are going to look in this story, it is real. All the struggles and what they are facing, they will going to be faced. We will also face. We are also facing. The extract afford us tantalizing glimpse into the book. So this extract afford us tantalizing the tantalizing the glimpse into the book and narrates the beginning of lifelong friendship between the Joe and the brightest and liveliest of the four sister and the Lori, their wealthy and new neighbor. So this abstracts is actually give us the friendship between the Joe, a girl which is a brightest girl among the four girls, and their neighbor Lori, and which he is the wealthy one. The March, the March girls and the Lori became best buddies and much more as the book progressed. So, in short, I was in the second paragraph is talking about the stories about the four girls and their friend Lori, and how in the story how the Joe, the very brightest girl, had a good relationship with the had a good friendship with the Lori, and 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 by the reading only we will understand the story when moving forward, the how the March girls has become the best buddy and much more the book progress. Clear? Now, being neighborly. What in the world? What in the world are you going to do now? Okay, what in the world are you going to do now, Joe? So the question is asked by the well, Meg is a sister, and she asked one snowy afternoon. In the afternoon, she asked, "What in the world you are doing? What in the world are you going to do now? Like what you will do now?" And as her system came tramping through the hall in the rubber boots and old sack and wood, so which means that and when the Joe came, like walking in the rubber tramping and in the rubber boots and sack, with a broom in one hand and the shovel in the other. Okay, with a broom in one hand and shovel in the other, going out for exercise. So then she answered when she asked what you will going to do now in this world. So she said, I am going to go for exercise outside. Answered Joe with a mischievous and twinkling in her eyes. Then Max said, I should think 2 long walks this morning would have been enough. I should think 2 long walks is in the morning. This morning would be have been enough. It's cool and dull out, and I advise you to stay warm and try by the fire as I do. So she said that in the morning when I walk, it's very enough for me. I'm not going to come now. So please, outside it is very cold. So please dry yourself by the fire as I do. With a shiver. Then after that, never take advice. Then Joe never take advice, can't keep still all day and not being a pussycat. I don't like to doze by fire. Then she doesn't like to take advice. She said, I don't like to doze by the fire. I like adventure. I am going to find some. So basically, her sister said her that you if you go outside, so you need to keep yourself dry because outside the cold is too much. Then she is a girl and she said no, I want to enjoy myself. I like adventure. I don't want to dry myself with the fire. Okay, dry myself with the fire. Clear? Meg went back to toast her feet and read Ivano. And then Meg went back to the toaster book and Ivano and read the Ivano. Ivano is a book, a historical novel by Walter Scott. Okay, so she went near the taking the fire in the house and she started reading the book. And Joe began to dig paths with great energy. So the girl she started digging outside. Okay, with a full energy. The snow was light, and with her broom, she soon with her broom is nothing but the jhadu and all. And with her broom, she soon swept a path all around the garden. Okay, so the here they are saying that the situation outside, like the her sister Meg went for the reading because she want to take fire, and then the Joe went outside and she started sweeping the ice, and ice was very soft. Okay, the snow was very soft, and she swept all over the garden. And for Beth to walk, garden, garden for Beth to walk in, and when the sun, and for Beth, the Beth walk in, and when the sun come out, and the invalid dolls needed air. Okay, so here invalid doll needed air. So basically, then another sister came. The Beth came outside when the sun come out, and she said the invalid dolls need air. Now the garden separated the March's house from that of the Mr. Lawrence. Okay, so because she had swept all the snow, so the March's houses, the girls' houses, is separated from the Mr. Lawrence house. Both stood in a suburb. So this both the house stood in a suburb of the city, which was still country-like with groves and lawns, and large gardens and the large gardens and stress, quiet streets. So there was a large garden and quiet streets was there. So because she swept the snow, so that's why it is looking separately. Before the snow, it was thin. A low hedge parted the two estates, and on one side was old brown house looking rather bare and shabby, and robbed of the vines that is summer covered its wall. So the one side it was very old house, and the another side, and the flowers when they surrounded, and the other side stately stone, the stately stone mansion, plainly uh, betokening indicating the every sort of comfort and luxury from the big couch house and well kept grounds to the glimpse and glimpse of lovely things are caught between the rich curtains. So basically, here the writer is trying to explain about the how the house, the girl's house is looking, how the boy's house is very precious and it was very luxury, and their house is brown black. Okay, it was very poor. Yet it seemed lonely and lifeless, short of house. So writer is saying the luxury it is, but there is a lifeless, short of house. For no children frolic on the lawn. There is no children are there in the lawn. No motherly face ever smiled at the window, and few people went in and out except the old gentleman and his grandson. So the writer is saying that in this house In this wealthy house, no one is happy. Like there is no mother who is smiling. No one. To Joe's lively and fancy the fine house seem a kind of an enchanted palace. So to Joe, lively fancy this fine house seem a kind of enchanted palace. So basically, for her, this house was a palace for her. Okay, and full of splendor and delights, which no one enjoy. So Joe is all she is always thinking that this house is very beautiful, but no one is enjoying over there, and she had a long wanted to behold this hideous, and she wanted to go there. Okay, the hidden glories. Okay, hidden glories, and then know and to know the lorry boy and to know the Lawrence boy. So she was always interested to go inside the house and to know that Lawrence, the boy, who looked as if he would like to be known, who looked as he would like to be known if he only knew how to begin. Since the party, since the party, she had been, since the party, she had been more eager than ever, and had planned many ways to making friends with him, but he had not been but he had not been seen lately, and Joe began to think he had gone away. When she one day then he had gone away. But she one day spied brown face at the upper face window and looking wishfully down into their garden, where Beth and Amy were snowballing one another. Okay, so basically here the girl like the girl always wanted to go inside and make a friend with him. And one day the Beth and Amy they were playing snowballing each other in the downside. The boy is suffering for society and fun, and she said the boy is suffering from society and fun. His grandpa does not know good for him and keeps him shut all alone. He needs a party of jolly boys to play or somebody young lively. I have a great mind to go over and tell the gentleman so. I am stopping here. In short, till now we have understood there are four girls and one lorry, and here what is happening? She want to go outside, okay, and she said, "I want to go. I want to enjoy." Then her sister said, "No, you have to dry yourself." And then she swept all over the scene, and now they are describing. The writer is explaining about the house. The house was looking very bad, and the opposite side, the house was very luxury, but there is no happiness. There was one boy, okay, who was suffering from society. Okay, I'm stopping here.